I think I would tell people that nature is healing and they should find a way to get in touch with nature, even in the slightest way, even though that means like bringing a plant into your home or getting a pet or literally walking somewhere where you can interact with nature. I feel like it's very healing and more people should get to do that more often. Yeah. Capitalism isiwamalize, by the way. It's mna overdo. Relax. Relax. Walk barefoot. Dance in the rain. Yeah, this life is, you make your little magical moments, imagine. Yeah, you see, people are overthinking this life so much. Imagine, maybe you were just put on earth to just exist. And then, now you're dying. Why? Why? Just exist, and yeah. Hello, my name is Wanja Githua. I am an artist. I paint and have a lot of fun with color. I also do art instructing. That's like me having fun. That's like me having fun painting with you guys. And I also do body art. I'm also a hiker. I'm also a backpacker. Yeah, a lover of things outsiding, adventuring, and creative. I'm very intentional about being mindful and like putting myself in situations where I know my soul is calm and relaxed. Yeah, and that is where like I get my inspirations and then I channel it into my art. Yeah. It represents the thing that I love, the things that I love, the things that I admire, the things that I wish for. Yeah, the things that I would want more light to be shined upon. It's just a representative of my interests and my worldview in general. Yeah. So it's literally looking at the world through my eyes, through my lenses. Yeah. So themes zangu mostly hukuwa landscapes, nature, women, specifically black women, because I feel like black women have so much beauty, like from the hair to the curves to the culture to the vibe. It's just like legit. Yeah, and I love nature too, so it's just like the perfect combo. Yeah. I feel like nature is underrated. Like, I feel like not enough people just like pause in the middle of a hectic day and just like observe, look at the sky. And I know it sounds cheesy when someone is saying it, but for real though, there's so much that nature has to offer, but we just don't pause enough times to just like observe and look at it. Yeah, I feel like we should do more of that as human beings. Because imagine, I don't think we were made to exist outside of nature. It's not in our nature. It's not in our nature to be outside of nature. Like, we need to put ourselves in places where we are able to feel calm. We are able to feel like something, a smaller part of something bigger, and nature is the best place. Yeah, that's my biggest inspiration. And black women. Yeah. I feel like most of the most creative work comes from the most painful places. Yeah. So I feel like when I was starting out, I really needed something to vent. Like, an outlet, to be honest. Yeah. But now that has evolved from like channeling pain to like just observing beauty and using that as part of my art. Yeah, so I feel like I'm evolved. But when I began, it was just a venting space, to be honest. Yeah. I think at this point I don't know how to exist outside of my art. Like, okay, sawa tumetoa art, then what's even Wanja? Like, I don't know how to be anything outside of my art. So it's literally, I don't know, it's literally everything. It's literally every aspect of my life. So yeah, tuko for life. For life, boo. Maybe I'm being biased because now I'm happy. But I feel like what my art does for me is give me a voice. Yeah, it's give me a voice to be able to communicate whatever it is that I need to communicate in the best way I know how. Yeah, it's like it gives me a voice. Yeah. I feel like my art is freedom. It's freedom. Like it's a symbol of freedom. It's a symbol of, it feels very freeing to be able to create what you want to create, and to be able to like sometimes put your thoughts into something physical, and sometimes these thoughts are something that you can't really put a finger on, or like, because my art is like a sum of all of my experiences and all of the things that I've seen or heard or observed. So like it's a combination of very many facets of my life into one thing. Yeah, art to me is freedom. It's freedom. It's freedom. Okay, like I said, one of my biggest inspiration is nature. So I feel like for my sanity, I need to be in nature. And then from nature, I get inspiration for my art. So it's like a cycle of, we need each other to be like a whole version of me. Yeah. So there's, depending on how I'm feeling, because I feel like a lot of how I create art is through the emotions that I'm feeling at that particular time. So sometimes it could be like very dramatic and tuna splash makala, we are doing the most to the canvas. Sometimes it's like that, and sometimes it's very intentional where I'm like, this is what I want to create, this is the message I want to communicate through this art piece. And then we do the background work, like we research to decide vile everything will work out together, and then now we get to the canvas. So it really depends on the piece that I'm making. Some pieces are very spontaneous, like I'll just wake up and decide, you know what, today I'm painting a sunflower, and then we are painting a sunflower. There's nothing deep to it, I just wanted to paint a sunflower. And then there are days where I want to pass a specific message, so there's a lot of research that goes to that, and then I decide how I want it to look like on canvas, and then now we get to it. Yeah, so that's my process. I use acrylics mostly. I use acrylics and brushes and canvases, and sometimes I use my hands to paint as well. Yeah, it's a very emotional, full of emotion type of process. Yeah. So like I said, sometimes I just paint whatever it is that I want to paint without having any deep message behind it. Like it's just something that I'm observing and I like, and I want to sort of immortalize that experience. So sometimes it's just that, there's nothing deep to it. And then there's times where I'm very intentional with a series. Like the series I'm currently working on, I'm very intentional about getting inspiration from culture and like portraying a lot of pre-colonial type of culture, especially from the Agikuyu people. So you see, that's very intentional. So that means that I have to do a lot of research to understand how it was back then, and to sort of connect the dots of how how the culture would have evolved without colonization coming in between. So assuming our ancestors didn't experience that tough time, then how would our fashion be? Or like how would we do our makeup, or maybe like our hair? Just imagine how Africa would be without the disturbance, like kama hakungekuwa na hiyo interruption. So that's what I want to work on my next series. So with that means that I need to put a lot of thought behind the pieces before I actually start to paint them. Yeah, so that's the difference between my freestyle pieces and my very intentional with the message pieces. Yeah. I feel like IG is my biggest portfolio. Itumianga kama portfolio, so that's my one-stop shop. If you need to reach out to me, go to IG. You'll find my email. Then you can email me. Yeah, but that's how people can
What's your handle?
See my art. Wanja. My handle is Wanja _ Githua. Githua is Githua. Wanja _ Githua. Yeah. So I post all my photos there. You can see all of my artworks, and you can also be able to reach out through my IG.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So,
follow me. Please. Management, thanks. Siko hivyo, sa like surely. Follow tu. Mnanyimana follow peke yake. Surely.